The voters of Catalonia went to the polls for the 4-period in 4 persons year on Thursday, and one day once again manufactured an outcome that demonstrates how deep separated their community has been. The outcome caused an effusion of joyful ease of supporters of parties who wish autonomy of Spain. They fare on suspended onto their tight common most in the parliament, though the quantity of seats by their monitoring bring down of 72 to 70. They say there was a win won by coercion. The lead of one separatist fighter side, Oriol Junqueras, was in single imprisonment in a Spanish jail while he was de-elected. The chief of ELS, the overthrown ex-Catalonian CEO Carles Puigdemont, was in personality-imposed expulsion policy in Brussels of wherever he said his supporters. Same Spanish country has been conquered, the autonomy motion has win. The is a most how once a plebiscite. But Catalonia's policy scenery remnant overcrowded and complex, and it is difficult to see a way striker via it. 7 parties will be provided in the new parliament, no of them in more than rather than a block of the common voice. The greatest of them, Ciudadanos, countrymen, is a trade unionist motion. In some speech he's as established to hold Catalonia's links in Spain as its rivals are to break down them. The side lead, Tos Arrimadas, told, "We'll see how a coalition can be shaped. We include a really unfair law in Catalonia, so how the pro-fee independence parties can include a most, in parliament, how they don't include on the road." Unionists claim how the vote framework is bias versus them, since the pro-fee independence parties include powerful supporting in little towns and in villages, wherever it conducted less votes to win a chair rather than it does in Barcelona, wherever a most favors stay in Spain. But the fact is he's really difficult to see how Ms. Arrimadas has any lifelike opportunity of shaping a by the government while the numbers are packed versus her, yet tightly. At the sides win gathering in the center of Barcelona, one of her supporters, Natalia Ferrer, said she minds Ciudadanos had made so quite to do it unfeasible for its rivals to shove for instant autonomy. As she put it, "I am so lucky how we include shown to the otherwise of Europe and the otherwise of the planet how not all in Catalonia is versus Spain, down there are a lot of human beings there who wish to be portion of Spain. And down there, of year, is the issue." One class of thews poll is how if you hold request the identical human beings more than or less than the identical issue later thou hold receive, more than or less than, the identical reply. And there is a future stratum of difficulty, in instance that didn't appear complex quite. The actual losing in the newest Catalan poll was a man who wasn't though permanent, the Spanish Main Secretary Mariano Rajoy. He is an unfaltering enemy of the separatist fighter motion, and it was his judgment to levy straight guideline of Madrid following October's illicit plebiscite. Spain has an freelance judicial, of year, but he's as well on Mr. Rajoy's look how opposition leaders of Catalonia include been shipped to jail, and could yet person 30-year prison sentences for uprising and mutiny. It was Mariano Rajoy's judgment to urge these newest elections, and it seems precise how he was gamble how the constitution meltdown of the history few months would include eroded the supporting for autonomy. How gambling has unsuccessful, and now he has to solve how to transactions in concluded or exiled leaders who include shown once again how they include a famous credentials. He is the man who would supposedly include declared a stake of the win if unionists there had won, and on how base his is the destruction.